And that difference changes everything. Most students assume academic success comes from effort alone, more hours, more notes, more repetition. But high performance is not just about effort, it is about how effort is directed. Top students do not approach learning randomly, they operate with structure. Hello, and welcome to the fourth episode of Altiora Learning Intelligence. Altiora, Intelligence for Academic Performance, the Future of Academic Intelligence, Precision Learning for Today's Mind, Academic Performance, Engineered Mastery, Measurable Growth. Let us jump right in, shall we? Let's go over the core difference to start off with. The primary difference is not intelligence. No, it is approach. That is where the key difference lies. Average students focus on completing tasks, finishing assignments, covering material. Top students focus on understanding systems, identifying patterns, simplifying complexity. They are not just doing the work, they are analyzing it, thinking in structures. Top students do not store information as isolated facts. They organize it. They ask, how does this connect? What is the underlying idea? What is the structure behind this concept? This allows them to retain information longer, recall it faster, apply it more effectively. Structure creates clarity, prioritizing understanding. Many students try to memorize everything. Top students prioritize understanding first, because when you understand, memorization becomes easier. They focus on core concepts, first principles, key relationships. They reduce complexity before they attempt to store it. Active thinking. Let us discuss that area. Top students are not passive. They are constantly engaging with material. They question what they read, test their understanding, explain concepts in their own words, challenge assumptions. This transforms learning from consumption into interaction. Using error as feedback. Using error to your advantage. Most students avoid mistakes. Top students use them. Errors reveal gaps in understanding, weak connections, flawed assumptions. Instead of avoiding mistakes, they analyze them and adjust. Thinking under pressure. Exams do not measure memory alone. They measure thinking under constraint. Top students prepare for this by practicing retrieval, simulating test conditions, structuring responses. They train not just for knowledge, but for performance. Consistency over intensity. Top students do not rely on bursts of effort. They rely on consistency. Small, structured sessions over time, clear systems, defined approaches. This builds stability, retention, confidence. So what does all this mean? Let's break down together. To think like a high-performing student, focus on structure, not volume, prioritize understanding before memorization, actively engage with material, use mistakes as data, train for performance, not just knowledge. This is not about doing more. It is about thinking differently. This is where academic performance begins to change, not at the level of effort, but at the level of thinking. To summarize, allow me to go over the key points we just discussed. Top students. Think in systems, structure information, engage actively, learn from errors, train for performance. Their advantage is not just effort, it is clarity. If learning has ever felt overwhelming or inconsistent, the issue may not be how much you study, but how you think while studying. Subscribe to continue exploring how high-performing students think and how to build systems that lead to consistent academic performance. Our next video will focus on understanding how top students think is only the beginning. The next step is building a system you can apply consistently. Altiora, Intelligence for Academic Performance, the Future of Academic Intelligence, Precision Learning for Today's Mind, Academic Performance, Engineered Mastery, Measurable Growth. Altiora is part of the Altiora Learning Systems ecosystem, powered by Zapzest Corp., an academic intelligence platform focused on cognitive performance, language mastery, and next-generation learning. Altiora structures how students think, learn, and perform in academic environments. Complete. Top students are not simply studying more, they are thinking differently.